dalam.
Welcome to our last session for our counseling session. How are you today?
Fine. Fine. This morning I just helping around for the program I'll be going on tomorrow with making gift bags like that for the kids.
Alright, is it the GLP program?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna go tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, is it by flight?
No, by bus.
By bus? Interesting. Alright, so as usual, before we start our counseling session, I would like to remind about our confidentiality and also our privacy. Whatever that you talk and share in the session, whatever that you express, will be exposed to outside world and also out of this room. So anything that might consider as you want to do harming yourself or others, I would like to use my authority that I have to figure that kind of things, right? Since this is our last session, I would like you to get back to our previous session for our first until the previous one, the last one. So what kind of insights and also the idea that you have that can manage to, change your perspective or anything?
What insight that I get from these past sessions? It is for me. It's the same. I guess I can't say it's the same whether it's unconscious and conscious or unconsciously. Because as it is something that I have thought over for quite a while. All I can say that it is something that I can help me to figure out why I act in certain ways, in what part of the influence I've already exposed to made me decide my future and such. For the current situation, the advice and also opinions and other, I'm able to either gamble or take in whether or not I will do it or not.
Alright, that's good. So about the kind of things that you said just now, about the influences and also the exposure that you have that made you to be in this way right now. So in that sense, in our previous session, what do you think the person that you'll be becoming?
Just someone that is more careful in choosing what they not absolute want, it's just something that I want to do that I deem as important, like the type of activities I want, the type of hobbies that I would like to actively pursue, the people I'm meeting and such, that I want to have a permanent relationship with it as romantically or as friends and such.
As that perspective of you trying to touch about the holistic part of your life, such as your social contacts and also part of you wanted to choose regarding your perspectives in life. So what do you think that this thing will help you in your life?
Help me?
Yeah.
Well, in a way, it does give me insight of what the pros or cons, something whether it is something I can tolerate or not to a degree, because it depends on the environment and people we're surrounded with. So it will a way for me to evaluate the situation as a whole.
Another question that I like to ask is all of these ideas and insight that you get manage to encourage yourself to try new things or think about new perspective in your life? do you think that all this perspective and also insights that you have in this session would make you encourage you to try new things and also explore new maybe friendship or relationship?
Yeah, it does help me, such as I said before, because I'm not the person that will. I will reach out to people through message, especially the ones I'm close with. My friends, either it's randomly or some for work and such. If it's something that is not that worthy to tell, so I won't say anything to my friends. Since like recently I did said I joined a D&D session, it did took a bit of an effort for me to reach out to ask whether it has an availability for me to join such. So I guess it is one way for me to able to participate on something that I have been wanting to join in for a while.
Alright. So in the sense that whatever that you've been, whatever that you were being exposed to at this particular moment, during our previous session and during the gaps that we have between the sessions, you managed to expose and try to make yourself interact with different kind of things. All right, that's good. That's good. Another than that is about the relationship things. How it went. When you described to me about you wanted this to be this way, and also what kind of value that you have that you can show to a person, or what can you provide. What do you think about that so far?
Relationship as in which part? Romantic?
Romantic, maybe about your family.
In romantic sense, I can't really pinpoint as for now I haven't like found someone that I feel like comfortable with, or I feel like I'm able to put an effort for them and such, but in a way that platonically, like my friends, I will do anything like to like support them in a way emotionally, or help them around financially a bit lah, tak lah semua sangat lah. Let them being someone that listening to their problem, the story, just someone like able to make them comfortable to be with as well.
Alright. So all these things manage to increase your values and also the purpose that you have in the sort of context of social and also the community. So does this thing helps to increase the value for you? What do you think about that?
I'm not sure actually, because I don't know how to, if it increase or put any value into me or not, because for me it's like something that it is our own free will to do such things. But if you're asking like if it has value on me, like whether it is something, I don't know how to put it in words. So basically I might need like others' opinion about it.
Oh, alright. So what do you think about other people? Do you think that you manage to help them or provide any purpose or any beneficial towards them, such as you mentioned about you being trying to be in the situation with your friends and also your
Because between me and my friends, since we've been around like few semesters now, we do our work together. We do have our own paths where like we have a cold relationship like that because of something, because of other people. But for me, I just like want to be able to be someone like they tell something what's happening in their day. For me, if if I'm asking them something, they will be able to tell what's happening, whether it's a good thing or bad thing.
So talking about the relationship that just now you were talking, do you think that you're leaning towards that, or you're getting away from it?
For me, I'm leaning into that, but I'm not sure about my other friends, the other two, because in recent days, this semester, like some like ada yang tak datang kelas, ada yang tak, so it's also that. But for me, whether they're around or not, because I'm like, if one person is around, I will like stick with them because I bukan. But if they're not around, whether one going home early, I'll be like be alone. Like yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with my own sanctuary.
Alright. So can we break through into one dimension and into one category to another category? At first, I would like to ask individual, what do you think that this session can help? Not can help, you can assist you in terms of like benefits you in your whatever situation, whatever context that you're dealing with as an individual.
For like currently.
Yeah.
I guess currently.
Also in future.
Or in future. Currently, after the conversation we had, it does help me like figuring out what I want to pursue for a person in general, especially when I want to have a romantic partner. It does, like as we talk about the guy I was talking about, it does give me some sort of clarity of what feelings, what I feel towards him and such. For the future, I guess it does like gives me something to work with based on the conversation.
Alright. So as a category of you being a daughter to your parents, is there any changes of perspective, or you gain a good insight about that?
My relationship, the insights I see for me, it's nothing changed because I only because currently due to how busy I am, I reach out to my parents like in a way for asking what their condition is. How my father is doing since he like having health problems, and my mom, and especially my younger siblings' education and such, since they were the two younger children that growing up within the COVID-19. So it is hard for me like to think how to handle them later on.
Alright. So how is it so far? Because of like you mentioned just now, you've been dealing with so many things, but you don't forget about your responsibility as being a daughter, as the eldest siblings in your family. So far, how is it like?
My parents are okay, currently healthy and all. Just my father having a high blood tekanan tinggi, which I think I have to worry because since my dad is old now. With my younger siblings, I know they might be having difficulty with their studies because I know they're at home. They usually like face the gadgets, play games, and other things. Because since I'm not at home, and my parents are busy, I don't know what they're watching on YouTube, computers and such. So that is something I need to worry about too. Since I did said that my younger siblings, the younger, the form 2. Since my parents didn't like raise her to be as strict as me and the second daughter, it's like hard. I guess I can imagine how difficult it is for my parents to let her help around with the home with cooking for my younger sibling and such.
Right. That's a very thoughtful of you because of even though you're struggling with so many things right now, you managed to thinking about them, their situation, their condition, how how tough their situation and also their life over there at your hometown. And then in the future, what do you think that you can um, try if you can meet lower their no, lower this maybe struggle or whatever that they've been dealing right now. What do you expect in the future?
I'm not sure if I'm able to to make my parents do anything since they have jobs and such kind. I can only help my younger siblings to ease around the house because I know how glued they are to the gadgets, and I know how my youngest sister is too on trend with a lot of things, so I can't see with the pictures my mom sent. She is why this child look more mature than me and the other because she is the type that thing on TikTok and such about makeup. So I was like, why it's like that.
Are you questioning that you and her is different? Because
I guess it is different because she does grow up with the guy with social media and such so she will see videos about people makeup, so she will copy it, the styles and how the makeup goes, right? Because from what I know, my younger sister, she has more a cute aesthetic, something like that. While me, I just want to look at least feminine or have a cool type of aesthetic, depending on how rajin aku.
right, it's a very many unique unique characters between your sibling, you and your sister, not having the same interest. Right? So talking about your parents' exposure towards you, I mean your parents' influence towards you since you were a child and until right now. Do you think that in future it will change or helps you or guide you towards your goals?
Uh, it may help me in the future as my parents did teach me how to do things that I feel more suitable now, something that is seen in a community sense, but what is more towards the majority view. But since I have my own view, maybe I would put some things what I've seen my parents do, breaking down a few things to see whether or not something is more suitable for me emotionally and mentally inside. I guess, but if they want to put give their opinions or input about it, I will consider it. It depending whether or not it feels it is suitable for me or not.
Alright, so whatever that they try to give opinions or try to make decisions about you and also your life, you still on thinking about your preference and also your perspective as well. Even you trying your best to connect between you and your parents punya ideas, if it's reliable or benefits you. Alright, that's good. So talking about your as a friend in your relationship with your classmate and your friendship, what do you expect in the future after this session?
I don't know if I can much because it depending how it goes in the future. Because we don't know after we finish our study whether we meet or not, how the relation goes after that. But if we are able, I just want to be like someone in the distance, to like hearing them out what's happening and such, whether it's a bad thing, good thing. I want to at least know the updates what they're having. Mana tahu tiba-tiba dorang kahwin aku tak tahu.
Even though because of we tend to learn and tend to know that when we finish with some things, because right now you're a student, right? You have this particular expectation time that, for example, you have 2 years more to spend together, and then after 2 years has ended, then each one of you will make their own ways and their own choices in their life. So despite of that, you still want to reach them out and try
to know what's
happening, keep the friendship alive, and also keep on the connection between you guys. Alright, that's good. So regarding about all the sessions that we had, so what do you think it leads you to right now?
As in,
maybe we can go specific in terms of your possibility in your life.
Possibility.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Okay. My responsibility. Unsure because
this is very general. You can be specific as you want. This is very general thing.
My responsible based on what we said. I guess because currently I just like the responsibility. I just want to look out mostly for myself, my current situation, as in my mental health, physical, also my emotional. As I do need like to have the energy to face another day with others and dealing with people that may give problems. As a person, my responsibility is just being someone who is available, giving a support that depending on situations such as like our group project. So my responsibility is to contribute towards the group, what I have gathered and given. And finishing as a student, I have to finish up my work for my tasks with my lectures. As a daughter, make sure I wouldn't get in trouble again. Sister, I guess, just reaching out to my younger siblings, the one at Jengka, Sabah, just seeing what they're going on in their life.
Alright, that's a very good, insight, or what can I say is your reflection towards whatever that we discussed, and also whatever the conversation and session that we had previously, and also your overall experience during that. That's a very good way to explain and elaborate what do you learn. I can say, I cannot say learn, but what can you see and also perceive in our overall session. So as I would like to conclude this overall session, you're very intellectual in realize what kind of exposure that you have throughout your life, and also you manage to avoid certain things that you've been imaging, you've been rationalizing within your head to avoid certain things that might put yourself in trouble, and also put your parents in difficult situation in terms of dealing with your trouble as well. That's a very good good understanding about yourself and your surrounding. Other than that, you like to share with me before we.
As much as I said before that I tend to break things down on like a game to have their own rules, like ada cabang dia lagi whether what to choose. There are certain times like I will like follow the flow and such. It's depending how something that I find as a way to give myself a break from something. So there are things like I will go to the movies as a way to like whether it's something like a movie I want to see, so it's not like deviating myself from the path that I put myself into. So it became a side quest for me lah. There as much calculating. I go through a lot of thoughts. There are times it's hard for me to implement such thing because I feel like because I have a lot of hesitancy towards my own choices because people tend to join the majority and such like. So it become like it made me a bit like scared for not being what the others are.
Right. Whenever that people tend to do the majority people tend to do when we are not belong or trying to follow whatever they do, we feel deviant about ourselves. We feel like, am I different with them? Or we start questioning about ourselves. But as long as a person feel that things as won't bother them so much or things that
and we tolerate that.
Tolerate that.
Not to a degree that we don't like dislike.
Yeah, it's very good. Anything else?
I guess nothing much, but if we want to bring back the guy, currently I feel like this guy, as I said before, even my friend like sees it, because I told my friend like this guy feels like he is a nice guy. Yes, I agree, but he has a bit of like a what I said before.
Baggage.
Bukan baggage. There's another one that I told before. Apa ni? Bukan connection issue. Apa tu?
Friendly, is it?
No, not that friendly. Bukan friendly tu. Dia macam ada bukan relationship issue. Dia yang apa ni?
Setbacks.
Bukan. Dia bukan clingy, but it's almost like clingy. It's clingy. Apa tu aku cakap dengan dia tu? Dia macam
Is it persuasive?
no, not persuasive. Dia like he wants to be example now.
Right.
His friend, he knows a person, but since he's the type like he will like suddenly like pour into what his thoughts, what's happening. It feels like that he doesn't have anyone else to tell this but us. It feels like that. Apa ni? Bukan connection issue juga. Kita kesulang. Lupa pula aku. Tapi aku sebut banyak kali lah. aku sebut kawan aku yang apa lah. Lupa lah. But it's like that because like contoh because we're in a committee for the JLP, right? We'll be conducting activity for children later on at an orphanage. So we had this like discussion, what happening, what activity we're doing, what materials we're gathering, and then he will like message me because aku tanya soalan tak kena layan. It feels like apa aku jawab budak ini ya? Sebab kan kita dah bagi tahu aktiviti itu apa dapat, and then dia punya materials. no, buat apa kau tanya, kita ada sensory activity ni sampai kita buat. Lepas itu dia macam, dia tahu lah dia mau merajuk dengan aku kah, dengan grup tu kah, aku mana tahu. Bukannya kami sengaja macam palaukan dia, macam ignore dia kan, sebab mana tahu kami sibuk tidur awal kah, bukan semua orang menghadap telefon juga kan. Dia macam gitu. And then the times like dia call aku pun, aku takut angkat. So it feels like that. He feels like emotional, kan emotional connection juga. It has something to do with like the relationship he has. Tapi aku lupa apa kau nak panggil, walaupun aku dah sebut banyak kali. Attachment issue. Okay. Okay, yang itu, so that's the problem. Because as I told my friend, so the guy also contacted her because we're in some community, like she said, and she said, okay, I see it. He has an attachment issues.
So you are the one that he seeks for in order for him to be comforted or loose.
It feels like, yeah, he wants attention. I'm not one like terlalu fokus on my phone lah, with as much notification on, because banyak betul lah aku ringing kan. I will like do my own work, whether it's like university work, me watching YouTube, or me doing my own writing personal project and such. So if it's like I can like, uni ada kawan ke anda?
Oh.
Because it feels like he wants something more, while I feel like I don't know what to give. I give you yang semampu aku boleh sebagai kawan, because status kawan or if you're girlfriend pun, there's a certain limit, like we can give our attention to you and such. So it feels like that he wants attention, he wants like validation. For me, it's like it's hard to like mau bagi apa mau dengar, because we have to like feel apa yang sesuai supaya dia rasa macam aku hendak jatuhkan dia. It feels like that. Dia pun cakap dia macam, kau ni ignore aku kah, marah aku kah. It feels like macam aku rasa kau ni kau tak sedar sebenarnya ayat kau ni macam ada hint manipulative manipulation. Itulah tu yang macam kau marah aku kah. It feels like dah tak apa mau jawab. Itulah tu.
Alright, I see. Just since like you mentioned, he has this kind of attachment issue, so he feel longing for a companionship. So he seeks for your companion, but somehow you have a lot of things to do, like doing your stuff, doing your personal project, and all of that. So sometimes he will try to guilt trip or whatever.
I'm not sure if he will guilt trip or I'm not sure if he's guilt tripping or not. I think he's doing like unconsciously, because it feels like I'm not sure he's self-deprecating himself, because as I said before, he did message like a classmate about work, like he mentioned about, I know I'm ugly, I'm fat and such. Like it feels like, I think you don't realize you like guilt tripping others because your words. Also, he sent the text a bit so long like that too. So I can imagine how like his classmates feel like drained by his like actions, his message. Like he does spam and such. Like I feel like, okay, I will give you as much. I didn't play. As I said, he's okay. He's a friend, okay friend. But there are certain times that I feel like aku nak tahu apa pembuatan kau sebenarnya ni. Sebab because he like invite me to other things and such. Because and I feel like aku tak mau keluar sangat, maksudnya aku tak mau kelilingi manusia, because she will like join lah ni customer aku. Tak nak, aku ni mau kelilingi orang, because KTC like have their own raya later on. I feel so, because I didn't think I want to go or not, because malas juga mau keluar sangat tu je.
I see. Because of all the stuff that he want you to teman him, but it against your, it somehow contradict with your interest. I mean, yeah, because you don't like to be in crowded situation, crowded places.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if I want to go to something, it must be something that whether a few things may contribute, like my interest, whether or not like arts, books, and such. Whether most of my friends there, like I can interact and such. It's between this category that I have to like get into, so I want to
Give
join
you
on.
full, you give yourself full attention to
Yeah, full attention, because like if they are my friends, they at least like they can persuade me to join. I can like, oh, okay lah, aku join mana kan kamu ada. If my interest, I can like, what can I get from this? So if I like fully interested, what the activity was, okay, I'll go. If he's like, since it's Raya, I feel like, and he said, teman kan aku, Fir, balik ke enggak? Walaupun makanan free, tapi bayar RM7 juga kan. Aku pun macam mau kasih keluarkan duit Raya, temankan dia, balaikan untuk diri aku sebenarnya. It's like that type of thought with him, with others in general lah.
That's nice to think of that. So Iza, thank you for our sessions and thank you for coming. That's I think I'm very blessed and also thankful to your participation, not participation, for your presence of being my client. So, do you have any thoughts about or feedbacks that you want to give about this session?
For me, for this session, it's
For overall session.
I find it okay, as you are the type that listen through and at least and giving me questions as your question, at least your questions is at least like give me a thought process on the thought process of why do I do such thing. So it's basically like that. So I think it's pretty nice, because it's not always I do counseling session in general with people.
Alright, so before we terminate our session, I wish you the best with your GLP program and with your life as well, in terms of your friendship with your friends and maybe your future relationship, romantic relationship, and also as a daughter to your parents and also a sister within your siblings. I wish that you can, benefit each and everyone that you've been surrounding, and also yourself as well. So thank you, Isa. So
Thank you.
terminate this session. Alright.